What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this video, we have 5 things no one tells you when moving to the Netherlands. Before we dive in here, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and let's get right to it.
So when you're moving abroad, you're probably like me where you read all the books, talk to people, go onto YouTube, and try to find out as much as you can about the country that you're moving to. And I did that when we were coming
Yeah.
here to the Netherlands.
Okay.
But I would tell you there were some things that caught me by surprise. Here are going to be 5 things that no one tells you about living here in the Netherlands.
Let's
Let's
hear
get
it.
into it.
Let's hear it.
So I would say the first thing that surprised the hell out of me about living in the Netherlands was the first Monday of every month. You will hear this sound. Yeah, that scared the bejeebus out of me. I was sitting at
Yeah.
work. Everyone came.
Well, I'm looking at the purge happening. I'll be looking at the purge is happening. Nobody gave me no warnings. I'm not prepared, but yeah, if I didn't know what was happening, I assume they're testing some kind of system every month. But
Went to lunch, and then all of a sudden I heard this siren, and I wasn't sure what the hell was happening. And I was like, let me just get up under my desk just in case like there's some
yeah,
kind of emergency, because I don't know what's happening. And yeah, one of my coworkers came in and found me and was like, yeah, that's just the monthly alarm that we have. So just be prepared for that
mm.
if you move here to the Netherlands. The second
So
thing.
what do you mean like a monthly alarm? Like that just tell you it's the beginning of a new month? Huh? Talk to me. I need answers.
Thing that really surprised me about living here in the Netherlands was our public transportation. Now, our public transportation is fantastic. As a matter of fact, I don't even own a car anymore because it's so
That's so
easy to get
amazing.
around on a tram, a bus, a train, and of course the bike. But the one thing that surprised me is that it's not 24/7, at least where I live. You have to either make plans to ride your bike if you're gonna, let's say, go to a friend's house for a party and maybe you don't get back until 4 a.m. Not me, somebody else, of course. But maybe you don't get back to 4 a.m. There's not going to be a bus running to bring you back home. So you
Yeah.
may either have to grab an Uber or you can rent one of these little mopeds that they have around the city. My favorite way to do it is either my bike or just walk, but that's
Yeah.
something that really surprised me. The third thing that surprised me about
I feel like I mean I've seen so many videos. That one then shot me that Poland has incredible public transport, and that she doesn't need a car. Poland is one of the countries where there's so many different forms of transportation, and they have incredible infrastructure for each form. Talking about public transport, talking about biking, talking about cars, talking about walking, like you're good.
living here in the Netherlands that no one tells you about is looking for a place to live. I mean,
Mm.
guys, this is like the freaking Hunger Games, if you ask me. And maybe it was just during the time that we were looking for a home, but
Yeah.
it was during the time of COVID, and people were buying houses without physically going to see them
Hmm.
and putting in bids. I was just
Hmm.
like, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. So if you're
I
looking.
know it wasn't even COVID when I bought my first apartment out of college. It wasn't even because of COVID, like, but I was looking at places online and you could do a little virtual tour. Never stepped one foot in and just bought it. I need a place to stay.
To look for a home when you're here in the Netherlands, just be prepared to get in there quick to find you something. The fourth thing that no one tells you about when you're moving to the Netherlands is the wind. Now, here's the thing, everyone knows that the country is really flat, and if you like cycling like I do, that is perfect. You don't have to worry about all those hills. But the con to the fact that the country is flat is that there are no buildings, like really, really tall skyscrapers, to block the wind when it's coming through. So we live in Scheveningen, and I swear that wind is coming off the sea. And there are days where I have to walk with my head down just to get to my house. What it reminds me of is when I was climbing one of the areas going up to the Great Wall in China. And because of the way they have the steps, your body automatically kind of bends down. That's what it's like here when you're trying to walk with that wind. And forget an umbrella when it's
I'm
raining,
dead.
because that wind is just going to tear that umbrella the hell up. So that's something that you have to be
Yeah.
prepared for, is this wind is something serious. The
Yeah,
15th
that weird sound like it's giving major problems. That wind sound like it's giving huge problems. I didn't know the wind was that strong. I didn't know it rained a lot in the Netherlands. I didn't know that. I didn't know the wind was strong enough. Hey, you pull out an umbrella, you might go flying with the umbrella. I didn't know you had to fight against the wind for that next step. I didn't know it was that tough. Okay.
thing that no one tells you about living in the Netherlands, and you only find out once you get here, is not only that the Dutch are direct, but they actually expect you to be direct back. They actually appreciate when you're being direct about your needs, what your
I get
boundaries
that.
are. Of course, you want to do this in a very respectful way, but it's a two-way street here. So yes, they can be very direct, but they actually appreciate you being very direct. And I will say, this is my 7th year of living here. I love it. I don't have to beat around the bush to
Yeah.
get my point across. This is
Yeah.
what I want. This is what I don't want. Full stop. And this is
Yeah,
gonna
it's always wild like that directness. I completely understand it because I feel like yeah, you want someone to be real with you and be honest with you, and just tell you how it is. But at the same time, it's so foreign. Like I'm so not used to it. There are people like that in the U.S. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, people are more beat around the bush. People are more if they have something negative, let's find a way to gift it in positive wrapping so it doesn't sound as bad. And so, yeah, directness just isn't as strong here in the US. And so I'm not used to it. Uh, I don't know how. I don't think I could be direct because in my head it's like I'm being rude, and I know it's not being rude. But in my head, because of the society I grew up in, I'm being mean.
be a bonus tip that no one tells you about when you're moving to the Netherlands. And I don't know if I would say no one tells you about, but I don't think you truly appreciate it until you're trying to do it. And that's learning this damn language. This language is hard. Like they make sounds with their throats that is a little tough for me. Matter of
Mhm.
fact, the district that I live here in, The Hague, I know I mispronounce it. I just say Scheveningen, but it's a different way to say it.
Mhm.
And the sentence structure that they have, I really get stressed out when I have to ask a question or if I'm going to talk about the time of day. So the part that's really hard for me is when I'm asking a question or when I'm using a separable verb. So for my English speakers, when just like when we do a sentence in English, you have the subject, the verb, and then whatever else you're going to say. In Dutch, you have the subject, the verb, but the second part of that verb, you move it to the end of the sentence. And when I'm trying to do this, I know subject, verb, what I want to say, but because I'm trying to remember that
Mhm.
separable verb, I forget what the hell that I'm supposed to be saying.
I get
Or
that.
if I'm trying to say, I did something yesterday, I'll say, Hesteren, and then I'm thinking, wait, I think I have to do the verb now, and then
Yeah, that's
the
difficult.
subject. So I get all twisted up because I'm trying to remember all these rules in my head. So I know that other languages have difficulties as well, but just for me, especially being as old as I am, just learning this language has been tougher than I actually thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Uh, Dutch people have been very patient with me. Sometimes they'll just switch to English because I'm taking so long. But those are 5 things that I would say no one really tells you about when you're moving to the Netherlands. If you're looking for more content like this, please subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Dang, that was a dope video. That those last, I feel like the language. I just feel like as an adult, I feel like we're still so capable of learning our entire lives, right? But it's just harder. I guess for me personally, I won't speak for all adults, but for me personally, it's just so much harder than when I was a kid. Like now, if I'm not required to learn something and it's gonna be hard, I don't want to. I tell even if I need it can help me in the future. I just when it comes to difficult projects, bro, my brain starts thinking about how difficult they are, and then it's just like Never mind. We don't really need to do that. It's fine. Figure something else out. But y'all talk to me in the comment section. What did you think about her 5 things? If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.